What's up, guys? Felix Force here, and today's I'm going to be doing my round 5 predictions video, so let's just get straight into it. Eels and the Roosters. I feel like the Eels would be very confident after beating the Panthers last week, but I still feel like the Roosters will just be a bit too good at the end back at home. So I'm going to be tipping the Roosters here. Canberra and the Penrith Panthers. Penrith have looked very out of form, but I reckon they'll be able to get the win against the Canberra Raiders, which should hopefully give them some confidence and get them back in premiership winning form like what we've seen over the last couple of seasons. The Rabbitohs and the Melbourne Storm, and this one's really tough, but for some reason I just have a feeling that the Melbourne Storm, even though they still aren't their full strength team with, of course, no Pappenhausen, but I just feel like the Storm, they're just a better team here. And the Souths, if we click on the recent games, they usually tend to struggle, like that 15-14 game. If I click on it here and we take a look at it, that was the game where Melbourne led the whole time, and look at this, Tron 68. Tron 74, Tron 77. Melbourne led for 68 minutes of that game before South started to come back, and then the 50-0 thrashing, of course. So they usually tend to struggle against the Storm, so I'm going to be tipping the Storm here in this one. Manly and the Newcastle Knights, and the Knights probably pulled off a probably one of the upsets of the year so far, beating the Raiders, especially without Kalen Ponga. But Lachlan Miller, he has looked extremely well, goal kicking as well. But even though, like the Knights, with their confidence, I still feel like Manly will be able to pick up a good win in Mudgee. The Dragons and the Dolphins, and I'm very surprised that the Dragons are more favoured to win that game. And I never tip the Dragons, and I usually get comments of why I never tip them. But to all those people that are saying that, I'm tipping the Dragons to win this game, not because I want them to show them that I actually do tip them, but because I actually think that they could have a chance. Because I really do love the way that, of course, they just gave up last week, but I love the way that they've been playing. Ben Hunt's been good. Sullivan, they finally, I think, have found their halves partner. Because Tautaumo sucks. He shouldn't even be playing. And good thing that he's not playing, except he's been named on the reserves after hitting someone with a hammer, which is stupid. But anyway, they finally found their 5/8, and I reckon they'll be able to pick up a solid W against the Dolphins. The Broncos and the West Tigers are first versus last game. And if we look at the history, the Tigers have won the last 4 times actually. They've played against them. But I reckon this is one of Broncos. They snapped a streak. This is a new Broncos team this year. They're solid, they're quick, they're fast. They've been playing good football with Carrigan, and great addition of Reece Walsh. He's probably had the breakout players so far of the year. The Sharks and the Warriors, and the Sharks, Nico Hines, they've got their main man back, and he is the guy. I mean, he got 180 points in Supercoach, and the Sharks should absolutely dominate the Warriors just like they did to the Dragons on last Sunday, and they're going to do it again today. And then the Bulldogs and the Cowboys, and I'm tipping another upset here. I'm tipping the Bulldogs. I don't know why. The Cowboys, they were meant to have the easy schedule in NRL history to start the year, and they've completely flopped, taking losses to teams like the Warriors and the Broncos, which isn't too surprising, but they almost lost to the Raiders and the Titans last week, so they could easily be 0-4 to start the year, but I'm going to be tipping the Bulldogs here. Anyway, they've played so well. They picked up a good win against the Storm and actually almost won against the Warriors last week. They led in a try in the final 5 minutes to Sean Johnson. That's why they lost, but I'm going to be tipping the Bulldogs here to win. That'll be my video for this week. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, comment your tips below, and I'll see you in next week's Supercoach video.